Broadcasting from atop the Serpent-Spine Mountains, this is the Voice from Skara Brae. Hail and well met. The top story is Shardfall, the annual event where in all of Britannia, even those tiny little islands in the north, celebrate the fall of Mondain the Wizard. You know how this story goes. During the earliest span of the Age of Darkness, his courage was without peer. He would prove himself a savior, shattering the gem of immortality and defeating Mondain, etc. My parents still have that 300th anniversary commemorative plate hanging on the kitchen wall. But it seems the mages of the Lyceum feel that the annual remembrance doesn't have enough oomph for the significance of the occasion. To that end, we can exclusively report that the mages have prepared a special celebration called the Echo of Mondain and have, I almost can't believe I'm saying this, brought Mondain back to life. Now, fear not. Lyceum mages swear it's not really Mondain, just an echo of his essence that continues to live on after his death. They advertise that the brave and adventurous can test their mettle against Mondain himself, and even shatter the gem of immortality to hasten his downfall. We reached out to the Lyceum for comment.
We think people will find this ever so much fun. Battling Mondain in his tower, shattering the gem of immortality, standing where the stranger himself stood above Mondain's broken corpse. As long as the echo doesn't regain consciousness and kill more people than it's designed for, it should be a wonderful time. All this brought to you by the mages of Moonglow.
Listener, I feel that maybe a fancy cake would have marked the occasion better than creating some kind of necromantic puppet show, but this is why I don't plan parties. Defeating the Echo of Mondain, however, offers many wonderful treasures and actual relics from the time of Mondain himself. I hear there may even be a steed of white light rewarded to the brave heroes who try their might against Mondain in so-called Avatar mode. We'll have more on Shardfall after this. And now, from today's sponsor, the ruler of Britannia, protector of Malus, defender of Ilshanar, and guardian of 1.5 cities of the Lost Lands, His Royal Highness King Blackthorn, who reminds us all that anyone can have a second chance in life, even if they get turned into a giant robot. You're listening to Britannia Public Radio. In addition to the Echo of Mondain, the Mages of Moonglow are also conducting a series of fireworks exhibitions in our fair cities. The mages, however, must have low reagents, and they're asking for help in the preparations for each day's fireworks show. Gideon, the Shardfall Herald at the Lyceum, is tasked with coordinating which cities are preparing for the fireworks show, and shares what everyday citizens like you can do to contribute combustion crates to these efforts. Quote, "The display itself will begin the following day after you donate, on the hour, every hour. The cities cannot do this alone. Every pair of hands helps, and every crate of supplies brings the display one step closer to something magnificent." End quote. Reanimated dead wizards and incredible magical flames over our cities. What could go wrong? Listener, these lands are full of danger and despair. On this installment of Combat Tips, let's hear how you can protect yourself from mongbats, matriarchs, and everything in between. Consider the humble common dagger. I don't think I've ever met anyone who didn't come into the world with their very own book, candle, and little blue dagger. But that dagger is more than just a tool to skin hides or pluck feathers. Did you know that a shadow strike from a dagger can do more than annoy a would-be robber at the crossroads? Did you know that the dagger can cause very dangerous infecting damage upon a foe? Did you know that when facing a dragon? A dagger isn't going to do much, but it's better than throwing a book at him. With Shardfall upon us, here at Britannia Public Radio, we thought we should do our part in service to the holiday. To that end, we have an exclusive interview with an actual contemporary to Mondain the Wizard himself. This interview was conducted with the assistance of the Mages of Wind, who, if you think the Mages of the Lyceum are strange, you have no idea. What follows is our interview with Mondain contemporary, ancient mage, and undead horror, Dillian the Lich. Dillian, thank you for being here today. Now, you lived during the Age of Darkness. Tell us, did you know Mondain the Wizard? How do you think Mondain's sorcery compares to the magical abilities of mages today? As everyone knows, Mondain was defeated when the gem was shattered. Was the gem his phylactery? As a lich, do you worry for the safety of your own phylactery? Alright, my producer is telling me not to bring up the precarious nature of the vessel which holds your soul. So, instead, Mondain and Minax. What really was the deal there? We thank Dillian the Lich for his time and also inviting us all to his home at the lowest level of dungeon deceit. Maybe another time. Well, listeners, that's the end of another broadcast. Holidays like Shardfall remind us of our rich shared history. And while I do think a fancy cake would have been just as good as the conjured echo of the greatest villain in Caesarian history, it's worth remembering the sacrifices made by the stranger and his companions, which led us out of the Age of Darkness into this world of relative peace. I hope you enjoy the fireworks. Don't let that reanimated corpse or those mages in Moonglow roast you alive. The Voice from Skara Brae is a fan-made work for Ultima Online. Special thanks to
Voiceover Dream 16
for an additional voice in this episode. The music is from Loot Goblin Lo-Fi. Check them out on Spotify and YouTube. Write us at voicefromskarabrae@gmail.com. No generative AI was used in this production.